worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is, I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, hear me when I say, the light of America's promise as long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it,
And folks, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96 from one of them, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. It's Thursday, November 7th, 2024, and it is Thanksgiving Day in Liberia. Good morning to all of our listeners from wherever you are joining us this morning. Today is a national holiday, Thanksgiving Day, to be observed throughout the Republic of Liberia. And I know normally on a holiday, a lot of families are home. On a normal day by this time, people are on their way to work, some are already there, people are opening their businesses and all of that. But on a holiday, the children have the opportunity to stay with their parents, to have some talks and all of that. Wives and husbands have the opportunity to talk in the morning about things they could not talk about normally on a weekday. So I mean, it is a great day. And a matter of fact, it's a day to give thanks to the Almighty God, not only for the nation, but also for individual families and people, and for our various communities. And it is time to reflect on the goodness of God upon the nation, a successful transition in this January of this year. And we have come this far after a heated election. So yes, there are reasons to give thanks today on this National Thanksgiving Day. And so good morning to all of you, all of our people in Liberia, and foreign residents also here. We want to say good morning and thanks for the contribution you continue to make to the economy and to the growth and development of the nation. Yeah, so again, this is the Truth Breakfast Show on Truth 96 from one FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. We are grateful to be alive and to come here to serve our Liberian people, to serve our public this morning. My name is Marka Davis. I'm here alongside Ansu Salif this morning. Onu is on a holiday. When he is on a holiday break. He will be here on tomorrow, so I don't want to start receiving text messages, about what's happening and all of that. But we sincerely appreciate your concerns whenever you don't hear somebody on the show or on the radio for some time. You start to call, sometimes send text messages to inquire as to what has happened and all of that. So we hope to bring you a very um, great presentation this morning on the show. This is your regular and BKS early morning radio talk show in Liberia, TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM. And when you have a new way of saying, is that 96.1? Yes, 96.1 FM. Yes, so also good morning. It's great to have you seated here again. So it's no more strange. So you just like the substitute player always waiting. When there's an injury
Yeah.
to one of the players on the field, obviously you will come in, whether it is injury or maybe the coach decides to rest any of the players, and then you will just come on. So it's great again to have you paired together this morning.
Thank you, Marka. And let me say good morning to you. And as you said, good to be here again on your number one morning platform, the Truth Breakfast Show. Always good to be here whenever I'm called in the as Marka says to us, a player should always be prepared. So it is another opportunity given to me to start this morning in the starting lineup on now the breakfast show. So thanks to Micah and you, the rest of for the morning show team. Folks who say welcome to it. Today's Thursday. It's not just an ordinary day, but it is national holiday here in Liberia. So we say good morning, welcome to the show this morning. Good morning to our people across Liberia in the 50 counties, as far as Sierra Leone, Africa Coast, Guinea, Bola. So say good morning to you people. Good morning to our market women. Good morning to our pop. Good morning to every one of you. Securities, indeed. We say good morning to you people. Welcome to the show. Naga, thanks so much again.
Okay, yes. So let's bring up what we have for you on the show this morning. Again, we are grateful for our sponsors around Liberia, the BKS GSM company in the country, and EcoBank Liberia Limited, the Pan African Bank. Of course, doing business with EcoBank, you would never regret, as well as around Liberia. So we are very grateful to have these great institutions as our sponsors of the Truth Breakfast Show. Um, the lineup this morning, as you are aware, today is holiday. Most likely will be not have the local dailies. I'm not seeing them coming through, but I will check. However, David Courtney will come up shortly with the health tips this morning for 5 minutes. That will be followed. If we have the papers, the review of the local dailies. Our talking points this morning. Um, Thanksgiving Day, as we said, the significance of Thanksgiving Day. We will just pass through on it this morning, going through the presidential proclamation and all of that on the show this morning. We hope again to just bring the way in on the outcome of the election in the United States of America, Liberia's greatest ally, and we cannot close our eyes on what happens in the US. I remember the one broadcaster during the time of the Liberian Civil War when he said, was it from ABC or NBC newscast, when he said, what concerns Liberia concerns America, and he tried to link the history of Liberia to that of the US. So whatever concerns the United States concerns Liberia, vice versa. So we will weigh in a little bit on the US, the outcome of the US election. And again, United States is the mother of democracy. If you listen to Kamala Harris, I mean, you would just be like, oh, wow. So, I mean, it was great. So we'll talk about that. Again, we will continue. A lot of people are home and they want to know what are some of the things that have been happening in the country. So we cannot close our eyes also on what's going on at the lower house of the legislature, that is the House of Representatives. Embattled Speaker Nancy Kofa vows not to resign, but to seek other legal means to ensure due process is done he attempts some of his colleagues to have him removed as leader of the House. The opposition CDC took an action on yesterday through a press conference suspending 11 lawmakers from their party, however, including the deputy speaker. However, some of those suspended are saying, please remove my name from the list of suspended members, giving different reasons. A lot of those, the Clarence Carr, we look into Clarence reaction to the CDC's decision between the Minister of Commerce, as you are aware, took an action as was disclosed yesterday by the General of Commerce. They said it was imposed fines on Fuani Brothers K&K Enterprise over the rebaging of spoiled rice. And yes, we had that also in the video. So these are talking points we will have on the show this morning at 40 to 9 o'clock. We open the lines to have an interaction on these topic points this morning. On the second, we talk to the leaders. 9 to 9:15, the Brinkley Sports, Entertainment, Markers, brought to you proudly by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. At 9:15 to 10 o'clock, Ambassador Romeo Kandula, he is the scholarship coordinator for Twitter Charity Foundation. We will stop by at this time to talk about the foundation work. This is all about charity in the past years and also what is coming up in December. So, Ambassador Romeo Kambura will sit with us on the last segment of the show to talk about that. I think it is important on a holiday like this, we talk about charity issues and what impact our people most. So, in the midst of all first, and we love to say, please stay with us up to 10 o'clock this morning on the TBS. And so this is the makeup of the show this morning.
Yes, a very good one. Something very, very good for you people, especially on a holiday as we are home, monitoring on the radio this morning. So, just a couple of issues we have here to discuss this morning. The first we go back on now to 10 o'clock. So, if you do have put it there, we will go like this.
Yes, so David Courtney will come on with help with shortly this morning. So we are just waiting as soon as David rings the phone. We will definitely having connected with us help with this morning. This is the TBS. The help tip is one of the segment on the show, and a lot of people are now fan of the help tips. So David, we expect your call, even though you always accuse me of having Chinese phone, and that you have to call twice before it rings, which are huge.
It's maybe a little bit
Yes,
monitoring the
I hear the dispute that is thing against my phone. David, good morning. of the electricity of the heart. Oh yes, that's why the American doctor. Now, heart tells me this is another way to let you know to be very, very careful with your heart. Go and check it. When your heart starts beating, all organs in the body will stop working. And you know how dangerous that is. For example, your kidney will stop working. Your liver will stop working. Your brain will stop working. Your lungs will stop working. And the intestine and digestive system will stop working. And the reason is very simple. The blood all over the body. And blood carries oxygen and nutrients to all parts of the body. So when the heart starts working, who will carry the oxygen to the body? Okay, how can we do that? So you have to be very careful. Remember this: being informed is far better than facing the consequences of your ignorance. Being informed is far better than facing the consequences of your ignorance. This is why I'm here every morning to encourage you to go to the hospital once or twice a year to check your status. You need to know what's happening inside it. You have 78 organs in your body, and all put them there for a reason. They got different jobs to do in there. You must check them always to see whether they're working correctly, whether you feel sick or not. Go to the hospital. The only infection is the name of the game. When you go to the hospital, you are told by the doctor that you have diabetes. The doctor will tell you what to eat and what not to eat. When you go to the hospital, the doctor says that you have heart attack or you can book at the same time, the doctor will tell you what to do and what not to do. But if it's just not that, when you're running after money, going to China, bringing goods, building three-story buildings every day, preaching politics. Oh, say, you go and check this out. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you very much and happy Thanksgiving Day.
Happy Thanksgiving to you also. Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Well, difficulty with the update this morning. So, like I said, today is holiday. Uh, Obviously, we will not have the papers this morning. So, yes, it's Thanksgiving Day, and we are grateful. We ourselves are very thankful to God, not only for ourselves and our family, but also for our country. Because once you have a peaceful country, obviously you can do other things. But if your country is not peaceful, like what's happening in other parts of the world, Ukraine, uh, Israel and Lebanon and other places, Gaza, all of these people, they are not in peace, so they cannot make life decisions that are appropriate for them. So every time they will either be displaced, people are losing their lives and all of that. So we are thankful that we have peace as a country. So I'm just trying to see if I can. Trying to see if I can get the proclamation this morning. But in the meantime, we sometimes when certain holidays come, people will start to question, oh, what's this American? I know obviously people cannot ask about Thanksgiving because it is not 100% about just the nation. It also encompasses the life of the people, individual families. It encompasses the life of communities. So, I mean, it is a very significant time set aside by our Constitution or by an act of the legislature so that Liberians can be able to take this time uh, in November to be able to give thanks. And according to the proclamation, the president called on religious houses or worship centers in the country to organize appropriate programs so that they can go and offer prayers for the country, for their families, for individuals, for the government, for example, for the legislature that is in near crisis, for the judiciary, because the backbone of any country, what attracts people the most to a country is its judicial system. When you have a vibrant judicial system, people
tend to have trust in your country. People tend to get attracted to your country, which gave rise to investment, foreign investments, and all of that. So we pray for the three branches of government. We pray for our leaders, including the president, and we pray for our individual selves, and pray for a new dawn in our respective families, a new dawn in the nation, that we can pass over the issue of corruption, we can pass over the issue of injustice, we can pass over the issue of human rights abuses, we can pass over the issue of natural disasters, for example, the floodings that happened during the course of the heavy rains and all of that. So for me, National Thanksgiving Day is of serious significance to the country and to our individual self as people. So we want to say, Liberians, you can gather to your place of worship, the various places of worship. If you're going to the mosque, if you're going to the church, wherever that you can find yourself to pray. If you are maybe working out of town, and some people are church discipline,
Mhm.
denominationally, they may not want to maybe go to other churches. So you
Yeah.
can pray at home, you can pray wherever you find yourself, and commit yourself, commit your family, and commit the country, in the hands of God, and thank God for where He have taken this country from. About 20, 21 years ago, and that's over 2 decades now, our country was in turmoil. And I don't know whether people were freely broadcasting, people had the opportunity to go to Facebook and challenge leaders. People had the opportunity to go to radio stations and challenge leaders' decisions and accuse leaders anyhow. And leaders will sometimes respond, even in comment sections, even in people inboxes, leaders will come to you. I mean, these things were not happening before. 20 years ago, 24 years ago, 25 years ago, these things were not happening. I think we have turned a new course, and we must be grateful to God for the Liberia that we have now. I think democracy is on the rise in Liberia. We have had two major successful transitions. In fact, the latest one was when, in fact, the incumbent president will pick a call when the final election results are yet to be released and say, Mr. President-elect, congratulations. We are grateful that you won this election. We know that the numbers we have, even if all the votes are counted, uh, we still cannot win this election. Congratulations to you. I mean, this is a score. This is a plus for democracy, and we can say thank God for all of this.
It's something very important. You said, Marka, is about when it comes to our community too. It's very important, and people who are making some major impact in your lives, in our lives. Indeed, it is an opportunity for you this morning, to have them or to get them in your prayer, praying for your nation, praying for your communities, praying for these are lasting peace that we are all enjoying. Thank God, thanks for it indeed. Normally, why is the Marga? Last one I celebrate a holiday.
Mhm.
Yeah, our normal was celebrating a holiday. They just begin. So some of the days they come, the impact, the importance of some of the days, and you don't really see people go about when it comes to this celebration. But it's important. It's a day for us to tell God, thanks to thee. Whatever we're doing this morning, we have to have the input for our nation. All right. Let's get our leaders, presidents, and representatives to the ministers that are doing good. Let them things for everything to do. It is very important, very, very important in a sense that it is something that we have to get on mind that what we are doing for our nation. We wake up this morning peacefully, we go on a normal activities, it's not happening in our country. A lot of countries so far, it's so difficult. Up to that they are facing it won't be maybe maybe you say a war where you have you say countries against countries, yes, but some of them they are facing for with earthquake, some of them faced with a disaster, Some countries now, instant law, Spain, Valencia, it's not easily happening in Valencia. You understand me? So normally we wake up in the time we have our life normal, things, we wake up, we tell just go on with our basic activities, the things happening normally indeed. It's not in other countries. It's an opportunity. It's a grace indeed. So this morning, to go out there, let's keep our country in prayer. Let's keep praying for our leaders. Let's keep praying for our people. Let's pray for our leaders, even in your communities. Go this morning and tell someone things. Someone is making an important thing in your life, making that impact in your life. Go to them this morning, tell them things, all right? Tell them how to appreciate you. They appreciate God this morning. So, my God, you said it all already, and we hope our people um, who can keep doing this here. Let's keep our country in prayer.
Absolutely, and thank you for that. So, the next thing we will talk about briefly before we can go up the Capitol is the U.S. election. We also, like a lot of world leaders and prominent individuals around the world are doing, and some have done already. To say congratulations to the president-elect of the United States, Donald Trump. Even the person who was in the race with
Mhm.
him, a vibrant candidate that a lot of people admired and really, really supported and thought were gathered the votes could not. So she have come out to say, well, congratulations, President-elect, and promising a peaceful transfer of power. Look, I think this is a score for democracy again. Um, Congratulations. We want to say congratulations to the president-elect of the United States, Donald Trump. Yes, we wish, as the outgoing vice president has promised, that yes, there will be peaceful transition. And again, we know a lot of questions will be coming into play in the minds of several other persons because this is a change of administration. We understand Donald Trump, his first term, he served just, the first term, and he was replaced with Joe Biden. Joe Biden could not be contested because of some other reasons including health reasons and all of that. Again, Trump is back. There will be policy differences and all of that, the issue of abortion, border security, the economy, and all of these things that the voters voted on. Again, foreign policy issue will matter. I know there are other countries that have started other programs in the U.S. and they are concerned. Like, for example, my own country, our own country, like Europe, for example, there are other stakeholders who are raising concerns about well, there's a change in administration, but the body administration have made commitment to certain programs, certain initiatives in the country. For example, the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Group in Nigeria. Um, the outgoing administration has been very strong about it. We've seen the visit of the ambassador for global criminal justice, President Shark, come to Liberia, I think on two occasions. Other key stakeholders in the transitional justice sector have come to Liberia, and there have been very huge interest from the U.S. government concerning the issue of establishing a war and economic crimes court to ensure accountability for all crimes that were committed during the Liberian civil war, crimes such as war crimes, um, uh, of international crimes, So again, people are saying, well, with the same level of zest, the same level of enthusiasm that the Biden administration has in this process, be the same that we will see from the new Trump administration. So these are things that people are calculating across other countries in the world, not only Liberia. I just highlighted that as Liberia's own concern. So other countries have different reasons. They are thinking what would be the Trump administration's approach to the issue with the issues in Gaza, for example. What would be Trump's relationship with President Vladimir Putin in Russia, which will also have an impact on the Russia-Ukraine war. So there are different things that are crossing the minds of countries and individuals across the world. Well, whatever it is, the U.S., as you know, has a unique system of governance. So most likely, some projects will be turned over in be or sometimes will be continuing, but also sometimes some leaders need to lose interest in certain projects and they play slow with it. So I mean, these are some of the things. But I mean, a lot of people around the world are proud of Kamala Harris or campaigning message. Um, Evidenced by reactions we've seen on various platforms, including international wires, the people's reaction and all of that. When she said, um, it is not about individual. It is not about the president. It's not about a political party. It is not about who wins the election. It is about the interest of the United States. When in her concession speech, that is what she said, and it was key. Like I played on the show this morning. She said it's not about Donald Trump winning the election. It's not about who is the president, but it is about the interest of the country. And she also mentioned that losing the election is not about giving up on what she believes in for the United States. It's not about giving up on the rights of people. Yeah, and she said, we will still fight on. We will fight in the courts. We will fight in a public square about what we believe in. For example, she believes that women should have the right to decide what you want to do with their body. If you have, for example, you have a pregnancy, then maybe due to some reasons you don't want to carry the child, the decision should be left to you to make that decision, and the state should not impose on you what to accept and what not to accept. So again, we want to say congratulations to Donald Trump on his election as president of the U.S. for the second time. He was the 45th president, and he's going to be the 47th president of the U.S.
Yes, and you said something about Kamala Harris, in which my God, sometimes we say this person, this is a woman. We always say that this person be man or that man yet. There are certain reason why people always say this thing. We say this is a woman, and and I think any woman or those women out there who are fighting Kamala Harris, I should see the confidence to see that type of braveness, and I follow her speech, all throughout. I would still see that type of confidence in her to so relax, and like it has already happened, it passed and gone. The next thing we need to do now is about our country. So if that through the court process, the legal process, if that whatsoever means, but our country now
Yeah.
come first. So it tells you that America gets, it is a different country. An example of maybe nations in which countries can follow their footsteps. She said, this thing here is about America. So I found out you would not see anything about fighting spirit. You would not see anything maybe will challenge, this result. You would not see anything. We go back home. We go in,
like
yeah,
like Donald Trump did in 2020.
yeah. You couldn't see it for her. So, her step or her current position into politics in the US, if you just step in America alone, to women across the world,
And
should look at her.
yes, and I think President Trump should be a reconciling president,
Mhm.
as the outgoing vice president has assured that there is going to be a peaceful transition and the interests of America above all other interests. We believe that Donald Trump should be a reconciling president, not somebody who will wish hunt, who will just carry out mass dismissals across the government institution across the U.S. We think we should be someone who will be a reconciler, even though a lot of people don't believe it's a reconciler, but we think at this point in the history of the United States, Donald Trump should be a reconciler. And just one little point I want to make about this thing. Across Africa and other countries, the U.S. have always been supporting gender equality. They've always said, let's give women the equal space to lead.
Mhm.
Whether in the private sector or the public sector, let's allow women to go to parliament. Let's give women a chance to even become president, head of states. But I'm taking aback about the U.S. voters' action in the next in the last few elections. One with Hillary Clinton,
Hillary.
the former Secretary of State.
Mhm.
Hillary Clinton was also defeated by the same Donald Trump, am I correct?
Yeah.
And we came again to Kamala Harris. So if the United States that is thinking that women should have the space to lead, have themselves rejected two of their very best, putting gender aside, two of their very best, Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. I mean, sometimes they will have some hitches when they come around to other countries in Africa and other places and say, "Oh yeah, let's give women leadership." Why have you rejected two of your very best? And somebody will say, "Well, it is election, so the majority vote, and that's what the majority wanted." Yet you are telling us in Africa, I mean, with no feeling against women excelling in public service. No, I'm just saying something. Like somebody would say, "Do what I say and don't do what I do." Like okay. So you have rejected two brilliant women, qualified, competent, with huge capacity. You have rejected them. You're talking to the United States.
Your point is very clear.
Yes.
Your point is that this is a country in which for gender equality, right?
In fact, we don't use it like well, let the women right.
Yeah, women right.
Let
So
the women the space. Let give them the space to lead. They can do better than even men. And what men can do, women can also do. You have had two of the best women in the world. You have rejected them the presidency of the US. And we listen to some people who say, "Oh, America is now ready for a woman president." But America won other countries to have women president. And I mean, please uh, do or practice what you preach.
yeah.
Practice what you preach. I believe it's going election. In my opinion, Kamala Harris was the best candidate. I can say that. I know somebody will say, I think Kamala, the CNN anchors will say yes. And other international wires will tell you that, I mean, her campaign was strong. The policy issues she campaigned on were strong and she was the best candidate for me in the election. Again, this is democracy. The majority won the winning. So they decided what policy they think was best for the country.
Yes.
You're getting two of your best candidates in the past maybe less than a decade
Yes.
because of I don't know. But that's what it is. Just briefly, just stop at the capital. And again, firstly, the justice presiding chamber followed the rule like the last time. And let me say kudos to Peter Toby. Peter has been doing extremely well at the judiciary. After the conference that day, a lot of other reporters, again, we saw some people who placed out some media outlets and said the headlines that they are giving portray a side, portray a side. Because after that conference, there were reports as if the justice in chamber has made his decision on the matter. If you follow, it's just a matter of the issue of time. That's why I've gone back to that day, Monday, and bringing you some Tuesday headlines that we saw in some of the papers. They made it like the Supreme Court presiding justice in chamber has made his decision already. But on the 2 o'clock news on Tuesday, when we call our judicial reporter live, Peter told it. Peter said Justice Bessie has reserved his decision. He did not make a decision. So during the course of the conference, these questions that were asked, these recommendations, or maybe explanations that were made in the conference, people took it to be the decision of the social justice Gavin Betts, who is presiding chamber. So they just went. Some people just, in fact, when you go to social media, they were telling you this is the decision that the justice has made. This is the justice's decision. Him, he said no, he has not made his decision. He will make his decision anytime. Because
today, tomorrow, we don't know, but he reserved ruling in this matter. So, and finally on Wednesday, the justice issued his decision. He said he declined to grant the rate that Speaker Kofa prayed for because, according to him and legal minds, the majority bloc have not violated the Speaker's rights. Mhm. That's just the interpretation of Justice Bass's decision. He declined to issue the word prohibition because, in his wisdom, the majority bloc has not violated the Speaker's rights. That's what he said. However, the Speaker is saying this. Let me bring you what the Speaker said concerning the Justice's decision on the matter. Speaker Kofa is saying this. He said, even though it's like a writer, he reposted. So let me just read what is on his official page. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable J. Fonati Kofa, takes cognizance of the ruling from the Supreme Court of Liberia, in which Justice Yami Wese declined to issue a writ of prohibition prayed for to stop the illegal actions of some members of the House to hold sessions outside of the law. The Speaker respects the decision of Justice Mose, but notes that such does not exhaust his legal options. That means legally, that are the end to the legal matter. So you still have other options. I am standing on the side of the law and will remain on court to ensure that no group of, of members will subvert the Constitution of Liberia and the House rules. We intend to take further legal actions in the coming days to assert our rights before the law. I will not resign in the face of such callous disregard to the legal process. This is Speaker Fonati Kofa's reaction to Justice Yamibe's decision on his petition file earlier, which he rejected on the grounds that his rights are not being violated. So Speaker Kofa is saying this is not the conclusion. We still have other legal options and what to pursue that. I'm not going to resign. So this is the third issue. On the CDC side, the CDC went ahead to say temporarily suspend. Uh, but suspension is suspension now. Just suspend the people. Why putting another adverb there? Temporarily suspend a group of people, about 11 of them. Again, when the CDC made that decision, Thomas Fowler, the deputy speaker, also came up with his own reaction to that. He said, "Well, I accept the decision by my party. The matter of fact, I will be a party loyalist, and I will commit to the process of internal investigation before the Ethics and Governance Committee and all other committees responsible to investigate these issues." But the key point of the suspension is that, and this thing has been baffling me. Anytime Jangako or uh, Jefferson Koji issue statement, they will always say the coalition for democratic change. Is this coalition still existing? That is the question that the CDC folks need to answer. Because we understand that, or we witnessed that after the 2023 election, in fact, after the inauguration in 2024, we saw the NPP going back on base. We saw the NPP going back on base, where we saw them aligning with Senator Edwin Snow because they are all members of the party. And then we saw the LPDP too going its way. But then anytime the Congress for Democratic Change is issuing a statement, they will say Coalition for Democratic Change. So where do we stand? We're still confused about this thing. Is this coalition, is this document still in existence? We understand that a clause in that agreement says that it was for the purpose of the 2023 election. After the 2023 election, whatever happened, whether they decide to stick together, that decision will be made. But such decision, I'm not aware, has been made. But the CDC, which we know to be the Congress for Democratic Change,
a constituent party of the coalition continue to claim to be the coalition for democratic change. So again, Clarence got reacted to the suspension. Clarence got reacted to the suspension, and really want to get his reaction. I really want to get Clarence's reaction. So, but the matter of fact, the key part of his reaction is that that suspension and placing him on the list tarnishes his reputation because he is not a member of the Congress of Democratic Change. Clarence Darr clarified that he is a member of the Liberian People Democratic Party of Senator-elect Tyler, which is the LPDP, which was also a constituent member of the coalition. So he is saying after the 2023 election and the inauguration of the new president in 2024, the coalition agreement ceased to exist. So he is an LPDP lawmaker and not a CDC lawmaker. That's his justification. And he's calling on the CDC to retract the statement, or better still, remove his name from that list because it is for his integrity as a member of another political party. So these are the rigmarole. Again, on this issue, as I pass on, we need to give you just some two to say your own thought on it. Just to pass on, believe that in any action to remove the Speaker of the House of Representatives, let's follow the law. Let's follow the law. If you think you are adamant to resolve the issue amicably and go back in the meeting chambers to allow the Speaker to continue to prevail over that body, I think you should try to get the 49. So that's part of the due process of law. Like even during that conference, that they visit, they comment on that. And your lawyer, your lead lawyer, the vice chairman, acknowledged that you are coming back after that conference to pursue the due process. So you must pursue the due process because the problem is if we continue to watch our leaders circumvent the laws, it gives the followers the impression that these laws really don't matter. Mm. Yes, because our leaders always, and while we agree that the legislature is political, we should also be cognizant of the fact that it is guided by law, including the organic law between the Constitution. So we should give people due process. In all cases, we should always, even in a church, if you want to put someone on sinner's bench, give them due process. Okay, that's why even if somebody commit a murder, you will still go through the court process because you must be given due process. So we want to call the majority block to give the speaker due process in this matter. So yes, you can.
Yes, and we also follow the District 7 lawmaker, Nima County, where he making the full branch. Also, someone said, I think the code ready need for the common people. Yeah, the law is to be ready, yeah, explain so the people out there can understand. And some of us are a little bit confused, on this entire process, the way it's proceeding. So it good because when you think that this is the right thing you are doing, it's another law. You understand, my God? I place a heart to it. You understand? So when that case went to the court, and where people listen that the two parties had the lawyers there going to represent, and at the end of the information that came from the court, people then start to rest again. They say, okay, let's see how far we go on. So this one camera again from uh, the court, they say it's accusing us. So as I said, getting full information and to go out there because everyone out there they have been caught up. They are caught up into this entire stuff here, and the process is divided. There's a budget set up.
And the budget should be submitted tomorrow.
Fine. So and if you listen to the lawmakers, they say it is going to run up to 2029. What I said, they're going to run up to 2029. So, where are we heading?
Because the culture has always been pressure the speaker to resign. Yeah, you put pressure on the speaker to resign. That's why it didn't happen yet. The small case, the private case, and I think George, well, and all of that. Even I think when Isaac Yeneba was talking with the Nigerian Senate,
Mhm.
so pressure people to resign. But this first speaker is saying, let's do the right thing, not just people to resign.
It is been a city
Yeah.
lawyer. Yeah, so when it comes to going through the law, the various steps, we definitely want his police to go by it. So, and it's assuming we should going to maybe run up to the next, maybe more and other stuff. I guess the people going to stuff like this because you have the hospitals, you have schools, the people are waiting and they can keep holding on to this thing here. The one Marka said the budget to be submitted tomorrow, who's to the Senate.
So obviously, so like Senator Prince Moy said, the budget will be submitted. So most likely to the Senate, and we don't know what decision the executive will make when it comes to submitting the budget to the House. Whether the executive is going to submit the draft budget to the Speaker, which is appropriate, or is he going to give the budget or submit the budget to the group that is presided over by the Deputy Speaker? That's some of the critical issues, and we wait until they unfold. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so again, we want to call on the Ministry of Commerce to continue following up. We believe that putting these poor goods on the market has been one of the problems why we're having a lot of different sicknesses in this country, including diabetes and other diseases. So if you say you are going to set up a team that will be monitoring, I listened to this Commerce Inspector General Doug Cooper yesterday on the news this morning. He said he will set up a team that will be on ground to monitor the activities of these rice importers because he said, according to him, quoting him, he said, this reblending of small rice has been a culture in that port by the importers. So in order to stop it, there will be a team from the Commerce Ministry that will always monitor the vessels bring consignment of rice in the country. And we are holding the ministry about that. The minister desolate, Madam Madeline Dagosa, we are holding you by that. We are holding the entire team and the inspectorate division headed by D. Dog Cooper by that to save the Liberian population. The number of deaths we see in this country is huge. Sometimes we wake up and say, you just go to social media, you just see they announce somebody dead. So you haven't heard about this person being ill in the hospital and all of that. So you just wake up and see. So some of the causes of these things are the contaminated food or food stuff or that you put on the market and people are eating. Only because you want to make profit, only because you want to make market. In this life, you can always gain. In business, sometimes the goods you have, you have profit, some point in time the profit margin will drop. So you just take it as the culture of business. So you can impulse because you want to make profit at all costs. You cannot place the lives of the people on the line. You cannot place the lives of the people on the line because you have to make profit at all costs. In whatever endeavor, there will always be some losses. There will be some losses. So you have to always calculate, your losses on your goods and know that this is what will happen. These kind of speculations. You have to make them. So let's open the lines this morning. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you who are out there, our Liberian people, and to our president. We want to pray for the success of our country. I know no Liberian is supposed to be praying for a particular government to fail because they are from different political parties. Because, like Kamala Harris said, it is not about who won the presidency, it is about the interest of the country. And you have always emphasized this. It is not about who is sitting in the executive mansion. It is about the country. So, for example, if the government announced that they've gotten loan of 25 million, that will benefit about 200 and 50 Liberian students to go to the United States across different universities to get master's degree, and people come to criticize in between and say, what's the rating of float that fiasco? What thing will come from there? Do we pray? Do we hope for a better Liberia, or we only hope for our party to come to power? We need to start to distinguish between these things: the success of the country or the success of my political party. Kamala Harris again said, it is not about Donald Trump winning the election that we are conceding or that we are congratulating him. We are congratulating him because this is the decision our country has made. And for the interest of our country, we must accept the results of the elections. And we will collaborate to ensure a peaceful transition. And she also mentioned that we will help. She said when she made a call to the president-elect, she said, we will help the administration to succeed in what it ought to do. But we will continue our fight for a better America. If we say we copy our constitution after the United States, we copy some of our laws after the United States. Can we copy their democratic tenets as well? Can we start to think country over political party? Can we start to think country over political leaders? Can we start to think party over individuals? I believe this is the only way we will see the best of Liberia. Let's embrace the good thing and criticize the wrong things. Yes, she will take off now. The female line, and I'll love for women to really participate. Women line 0770 20 579, again 0770 20 257 up for the women. The men 0777 2859 16. Again, for men 0777 women 0770 20 25 79. Let's take our first caller this morning. Yes, our first caller. Let me get you on speaker. Good morning, Chief.
Thanks for taking my call. This is Pastor Mike calling us from the morning.
Okay.
I like to say thank you to you guys. That's fantastic. I just want to emphasize
Mhm.
I am told at least Marka that our country would see people getting poisoned because it becomes so species that in the West is nice. They give you the rights to a certain amount of money, you buy it, and then you go and get it. It's subsidized with that's the way you write people, that's the way you change. This is amazing to me because these people are making millions and millions and nothing. There is just a few of them that even have the right to import rice. And they give them all this leeway, and these people got nothing to regret about. When you find somebody for such behavior, it should be fantastic. You should have to do that. But I just want to say a quick way about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. I want to say congratulations to Donald Trump. I didn't expect him to win. I expected Kamala, but people were crime. So he was doing one thing back in the day. Thank you for taking my call. God bless you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. The next caller. Good morning. Good morning. Please be lively. Today is Thanksgiving Day. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for the show.
All right. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Directly the inspector.
Mhm.
The family full of flag. I hope they will continue here. Secondly, like you say, I mean the 25 million loan that goes to 250 librarian to go for master degree. Some people come with proposal that wow can be colleges. Try to realize that two are going to offer master degree. So it's not real our colleges. Colleges.
Mhm.
Example, even do take it straight. You are less for time and go to the sometimes the law don't mind the law and say, okay, I like, okay, your respect.
Mhm.
So I would like to what you have something like quality for us come back and
Okay.
so I say to
Okay. Let's also not stop our loss. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning to your assistant. Thanksgiving to you and every Liberians. You know, the problem of our health is essential in this country, and putting school rest on the market is not good. I understand even if they put the rice, they put the rice, no factors for each of the no property arrest and at night and starting off for factors. People another bag. Just somebody just send it to me, you know. And to the nation of the United States of America, even though I compare with America now, people who like to insult people who do not have those people right from it. America is starting to be like people. Yes, America is being elected. Looking for that. One of the women, you can be from religion. I compare it like because every time you need to hire or give people who let some people this is wrong. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You can also call on 0770 202579 08858 right here on the TBS. Let's take this caller here. Please let me get you on speaker. Good morning. Good morning.
good morning, Marka,
Go ahead.
and good morning to your co-host. This is last time and I call from Monrovia.
Mm.
The issue of America First democracy. I mean, that's the way the Americans want to go. I was astonished, sure, they would have elected Donald Trump, but Donald Trump had a message. What the Americans wanted to listen to, what they need for their country, the economy, security, especially the border. So that's what they went for, and that's what they want to hear. America for Americans, it should be given back to them. So then I come to Representative Guy.
Okay.
I listen and Representative Guy said he's not only thinking of the strategy, it was a full election for them. Representative Guy was, is a member of the LPDP. The LPDP was a constituent member of the coalition for Democratic Change. If you went in that house and you check the record, you will never find anything, any representative on the LPDP. There's a coalition for Democratic and you come party, go to another party, you forfeit the seats. So the people who were doing the same thing were not doing what they're doing. So he represents as a representative of the co-election for democracy.
So in this case now that let's agree that the coalition agreement expired after the inauguration this year. What happened?
Yeah, they were not until 2029, and he start going back and go on his party ticket. For now, it's subscribed to everything of the sending letter to him. Representative of the coalition for democratic change, because that's the party he represents there, or the group he represents there. They will not say a representative of BDL. No.
Okay, thank you for making your points this morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Marka. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to your listening audience. This is for the principle. So I think the issue that the government has in place for the 5 million in a square for a master program, I think it is okay. It getting worried because there's a parable that said, whenever you are getting bitten by a snake, you would like to avoid any long rope in the bush. Back then, a 25 million quote unquote mobile exercise could have taken place and none of us benefited. So I'm asking, how would
But why you take the mock-up exercise to be that you say none of us benefited?
So when I'm saying none of us benefited, if you open it now you do an opinion poll, both of us significant portion of Nigeria did not benefit, and the mere reason for which the mobile exercise was quote unquote brought to us, we did not even know any result evidence by there was a lot of ghost name and
But wait, this mop up exercise they talked about, it was not about distributing money to people.
The mobile exercise was about what efficiency and the economy. Last time we learned that the exchange rate was going up high. And then what happened at the end of the day, even certain some money changers need that was brought to the body. But when it was twist, there were ghosts.
What is the comparison? What is the comparison between the mop up exercise and this scholarship program?
25 million.
because I see the prince of that man.
What I said is what I says when you have you will like to avoid every long. So my question now is, how will this recruitment be done? The intent is okay. How the mobile exercise was said, how will this recruitment be done? I guess it's not what to plan. But this is all official relatives, spies, and what I will deal with this. You and myself will be out there because it's
yeah, so Prince, I know the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and other money ministries and agencies will go, they are going to, like you said, put up the criteria and I think the scholarship will be advertised for people to apply and all of that. So I don't want you to really draw a comparison with this thing and the markup exercise. So the markup exercise was that I think the Liberian dollars was too much on the market, and there was a shortage of the US dollars. So they decided to infuse more US dollars in the economy. So that was what happened. It was not about that something that was supposed to go to people privately to benefit. Thank you, man. Because the money getting
Good morning.
amount.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to you and your colleagues in the studio. This is about with a resource and the journalist on the top. That's my appreciate you have all your analysis on the rise of issues this morning. I think I would like to first start with the Minister of Commerce, the Inspector General of Football, statement made that the government to expand people out of where when these people are right to try to monitor them about how these prices is moving to the market, and I think it is And also, the issue about the this was some of what the proposals that will be directed to they were on the right side of the law. But written law, the way the air sections are law, I think what the session should be at the capital and the majority having that section and the joint section being at the capital, they also say the city that is
So if somebody argues that the speaker cannot be present because we don't know that the deputy is supposed to act in the absence of the speaker, or maybe a speaker pro tem, or the most senior member act in the absence of the speaker and the deputy speaker. But the speaker is available. Why do you have a section outside of the authority? Because the speaker is available, he's not absent. But you and I know this speaker is not refusing to go to session, he's always in his seat. Okay. You made your point. Thank you. You made your point. Thank you. Thank you. So let's go for sports with Naomi Tapia this morning on the TV as a regular feature on the show. Naomi, good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, everyone. Phoenix champions Energize Basketball Club secured first win in the Hungarian 2024 Federation of International Basketball Association Africa Zone 3 Women's Basketball League Africa WBLA after buying to Nigeria's Customs on Tuesday on March day 1. The Benin's champions defeated Liberian champions commissioners 84 to 26 points on Wednesday. The competition kicks off on Tuesday at the SKD Gym in Pinksville City and will climax November 10th. It is featuring 7 clubs from Africa Coast, Nigeria, Benin, and host nation Liberia. In other results, Africa's SOA lost to Nigeria's Customs by 66 to 59 points, while Mountain of Fire defeated Frank's Basketball Club of Africa Coast 66 to 53 points. B Mountain defeated Invincible 11-1-0 on Wednesday at Antoinette Tottenham Stadium in the LFA First Division League. FC Fasel Dread Freeport FC 5-0 at a Samuel Kayado Sports Complex practice pitch, while Watanga and struggling Mighty Barrow settled for a 1-all draw at the Nexebido Stadium in Kakata. Kingsville FC bowed to LPRC Otters 1-0 at the Doris Williams Sports Page. Blackman Warriors drew with Heaven 11 2-2 at the D12 Sports Page, and Shatter FC and Leska FC also settled for a 4-all draw at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium at 4 p.m. in a tense battle. Discoveries demolished Global Farmer 5-0 at the Tucson feed to climax out of the first division fixtures. FC Fasel tops the league law 13 points for goal difference, while LPRC Otters is also second with similar points. Arsenal's unbeaten run in this season's Champions League was brought to an end by a controversial first-half penalty as Inter Milan won at San Siro. The hosts were awarded a spot kick seconds before the break, but Mikel Merino was deemed to have handled the ball, although there was little he could do to move out of the way of Mehdi Tariming's freak on. But a decision stood after a check by the video assistant referee VAR, and Hakan Kohanoglu confidently sent the penalty down the middle. It was the first goal Arsenal had conceded in Europe this campaign, but they still had plenty of time to equalize, and they went close after the break, but Dumfries cleared Gabriel's header from a corner of the line. Arsenal continued to dominate in the second half with Ito goalkeeper Yang Somo pulling off a superb one-handed save to kick out Harvest's column shot. Harvest again went close as the Gunners pushed, this time C and effort blocked superbly by Jan Besic. And finally, Barcelona defender Paul Kubasi is fined after requiring 10 stitches to close a cut on his face. Manager Hansen Flick says the Spaniard 17 was forced off in the 67th minute of Barcelona's 5-2 Champions League win against Red Star Belgrade on Wednesday after being caught by Euros Spagic's stores as he headed a corner clear. Kubasi, who made his debut for the club at the age of 16, needed medical attention on the pitch before his substitution after being left with a blooded face and an open wound. Club said after the victory, he needed stitches for his fine. The club later posted a photo of a smiling Kubasi with the caption, "I'm okay." That's all from our sports tips.
So now we tap here for bringing us both this
On the
morning on the
TVS on
TV
Tuesday 96 Marathon. It is the regular feature here on the show. Let's go for commercial break and we'll come back to bring to you our guest this morning on the show.
Have you heard of the Echo Back to School giveaway?
That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
Thanks to our sponsors around Nigeria,
HU.
Yes, so as we indicated this morning on the show,
And may that work
Romeo
guide us
Romeo
even in the face of setbacks.
this morning with us on the breakfast show this morning. He is youth activist. He also prime writer. He is a scholar here in the University of Nigeria. This morning, sitting in the capacity of the coordinator of the Super Charity Foundation. He is the coordinator for Super Charity Foundation Scholarship Program. He's here this morning on the Truth Breakfast show to talk a little bit about the foundation and some of the past work and upcoming work the foundation have on me, especially in the month of December, to celebrate with the kids out there, to celebrate with women out there, to celebrate with people in the hospital, to celebrate with disadvantaged youth out there, to celebrate with disabled. So, Ambassador Romeo family is our guest this morning on the Truth Breakfast Show. And let's just cross forward to him and say good morning. Welcome to the TBS.
Thank you very much. My name is Ambassador Romeo Fambule. It's an honor to be here at this time on this great show. Thank you very much for the invite.
Okay, so that you get it right, and I hope I get it right. You activate or camera writer,
Sure,
yeah,
what?
yeah, who are represented this country.
Yeah,
Yeah, several staff, also student at the University of Nigeria.
well,
But this morning, he's basically the capacity of the coordinator,
coordinator,
yeah,
scholarship
scholarship
coordinator.
coordinator for
Yeah,
Charity Foundation,
sure.
based in Liberia and also operating in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. So let's say congratulations to the foundation after receiving a full recognition from the United Nations.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's congratulations to the team. And thanks to the brain being
Yeah,
the foundation,
sure.
which is Tenga Mandela. Chief Tenga Mandela was a very big thanks to you. Welcome, Romeo. Has something going on? Just tell me about yourself. And then before we go straight into our topic, why you are here this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Romeo Fambule is a youth activist, uh, student leader of the University of Liberia, reading secondary education with emphasis in English and sociology at the Teachers College. So I'm a poet, written too many poems, and also youth ambassador. So we can stop there for now.
Why? That's good. Yeah, and yeah, a good sometimes because we have a lot of young people making positive impact in our country. So
So
it's good with being on sometime, so you can hear them and other young people out there, who find themselves in find themselves in some dispositions. Yeah. When I listen to you guys on the radio, you feel motivated. So it goes sometimes being with people, with people on. But that's it. Has the foundation and has the executive for now the CEO to other members of the foundation.
yeah, Sweeter is doing great. Sweeter doing wonderful way of work, humanitarian work. Sweeter, we have Sweeter is one of our institutions where we are very glad, and we cannot overemphasize on the work of Sweeter is doing in Liberia and in Africa as well. But we are blessed to have Sweeter. Firstly, Sweeter Foundation was founded in that was in 2014, and Sweeter came to be in Liberia,
Mm.
and it was founded by our own ambassador, Tengo Manduna. He's our chief. He's everything. He's the brain behind Sweeter. He's the founder and CEO of Sweeter. So Sweeter is
And
not.
how you bounce already came across uh, uh, this foundation or the organization? How you came across it and to be part of the entire program?
Yeah, as student leader, youth activist, and into activism, and so, CEO who and myself see my work over the time, know that yes, I'm a young man and have the passion for education. So that is how I was being incorporated into Sweeter and start to work, start to volunteer for Sweeter up to current, stay a volunteer member of Sweeter, even with and being coordinator. So that is how I came to be. And we have been operating, doing very well with our various role and our capacity. So it's a privilege and honor to be with Sweeter.
We might want to try to tell us some of some of the programs in engaging with past years.
Yeah, Sweeter, I've been into a lot of programs, humanitarian programs. We normally go to hospital, especially like this December that is coming. We go to orphanage homes. And, we are there to take care of the less fortunate. And Sweeter now is dealing with scholarship, where every year we make sure we send the less fortunate children to school. And especially for this year, we have 10 persons now for now that we are, we are giving them financial aid and showing that at least the kids can go to school because Sweeter is there for the people. Sweeter is there for the people who cannot afford. So it's an honor and very privilege, and we cannot. And Sweeter work is beyond boundary. Sweeter work is beyond boundary. But Sweeter 2014, this is our chapter for Liberia. We have another one in Nigeria and other African states. That is where we are
Carry
working.
on the same program.
Carry on the same programs. Okay, share the website with you. We have our website. You see our work, our international work. So we are just moving gradually, but working behind the scene because we are institution. We are there to give out. So that's how we are doing our work.
Why do you think this time around? Why do you think this time around you want to get to the media? Why do you think this time around you want to engage with media? Yeah. The why you say working behind the scenes, so I know there are a lot of positive things
Yeah.
been happening behind the scenes. But this time around, you're engaging the media, getting the public involved. Why do you so?
Yes, we do have a bigger plan for the 2025 that is coming. So in that light, we want to incorporate all our young people, and we want to, share. We want to move across Mesorado, and now Sita is even thinking about funding a skill center because we have a large skill center now that is being built in Nigeria, and we are doing similar thing here. And all that projects going on, we cannot do it all alone. So we are coming, sharing our ideas, and we have other people out there who even have ideas compared to us that we can even tap on and we move forward. So it's a collective work. That is reason why we are coming to the media this time.
Why? So good. Have you been able to engage the guys in maybe to the prison compound and to see how the reception been? Have you been able to meet those are disabled
Yeah.
to visit their homes and also how the reception been?
Yeah, it's not bad. That is our regular work that we have been doing behind the scene, like I told you earlier. So we always meet the guys. And because people sometimes go to prison, that place is meant for them to be corrected. And they have to see people like us getting around, making them to know that, yes, you are part of society, while it's true that this is condition and so on. But life have to go on. So that's the reason why we normally go to the people. We go to the less fortunate, the orphanage home. These are our people. We go to the prison compound. Yes, these are our people. We go to the community. Now you can see, especially school open now, people, you can see parents everywhere crying. Oh, no school fees, no fees, no fees. And you have the children, the society now is not like before. Now, if you have the children home and not doing anything, they get to in something else. You see, drugs abuse is one of the key things in society. So to have the kids stay home doing nothing, sweeter there to take the stand at least to help government, portray government effort in one little way that we can make the society a better place for us.
Wonderful. So, folks, he's Ambassador Romeo Famulet this morning on the True Breakfast Show. Let me just run through this one here for you, for those of you monitoring the radio, to know the kind of recognition this group of foundation have gotten from the international panel, especially with the United Nations. Indeed, International Association of War Peace Advocates, indeed, United Nations certificate of affiliations to the charity foundation by the hands of His Excellency Ambassador Per Stefan JP MP Kingdom of Denmark, in confirmation with the decision of the governing council of the body, hereby declared Super Charity Foundation as an affiliate of International Association of War Peace Advocates to support the United Nations to promote war peace. Right. That's very good. Yeah. So I just want to know I am sustainable and
Sustainable
sustainable
development goals.
development. Let me just end it up for you guys, So war peace and sustainable development. That's tell you that folks, I want to bring it to our attention in terms of letting us know the type of international recognition they have gotten. And this is a very clear picture of what they are doing here. So they have now been recognized about the war and through the efforts of the chief executive officer here, who is Ambassador Tenga Mandana. So that's the that because of their work, many times we follow ambassador will follow some of the organization, charity
Yeah,
organization,
yeah.
follow the white people normally just do these things then,
Seasons.
put the, take photos,
Yeah,
send it to international partners,
yeah.
to give what, one or two stuff on their own, and you don't really see the season functioning actively,
Yeah.
but for this, what we are seeing and getting the such of a regulation from the United Nations, that's still that your work have really cut across.
Yes, yes. Sweeter has been there all through the years, and we have been working. So you see, like you said earlier, we are not foundation have come, to blindfold our people. We are here to ensure that yes, the young people and the society at large, so people can feel our impact. We are a humanitarian group. These people are just humanitarian group, and our CEO, thank God Madonna, he's just that humanitarian philanthropy. He's the one who even the brain behind all of this happening. So our international recognition is not surprise to us because we've been working, we earn it, we deserve it. But there is reason why, like I said, we have to come out. We have to come out so people can know yes, SWITA exists. SWITA is an institution where getting those forces out there, making things to work. The people who cannot go to school, yes, go to the funeral prison compound, go to the orphanage home every December.
But I will
Now,
see this. I will see this as a very huge one, as a very huge ties placed on the foundation now. I say huge ties in a sense that this is a very huge regulation, right? And it comes with a very huge responsibility.
for real,
Yeah.
for real.
So I don't know what are some of those positive things planning. What are some of those things on mind? What are those things you have maybe decided to the foundation have decided to add on to some of the activities we have for now. Just few more weeks from now we'll be talking about December.
Yeah.
What are some of the upcoming plans?
Yeah, our upcoming plans, our regular plan for December, where we go and visit the rural or orphanage homes
Mhm.
and prison compound. The plans is our regular plan. But equally so, we have a bigger plan for 2025, where we are about to have a skill center for young people. You can come, you do your tie dyeing, your soap making,
Mhm.
and you have something to do so you can be part of society. So those vulnerable, we can see you just be vulnerable and passing there.
Mhm.
So Twitter is having a bigger plan, and with the international recognition, I can rest assure you that many things will happen. We are putting all of these plans together. But firstly, for December, our regular plan remain on course. We will still do our normal visit to our orphanage home. We will go around, back, identify the orphanage home that we can go to, and go to the people person compound, recognize them. And the team is working on that. And
Why?
Twitter will move
There's no
forward.
specific date yet, or time yet in December, but it is planned for December, maybe the middle or the end of December. So yeah, uh, and we hope to get yeah, I don't know whether the team will be targeting a specific community. And we are not there support monitoring me now. They want to say why can they come and visit us? Why can they come and stop
Yeah,
yeah, why can they come and
yeah.
visit our children? But as the guy said, the ambassador said, there are so many things they have on hand. They are planning. So normally they do things, in December, especially during holidays, like the July 26th,
Yeah,
the Christmas, New Year.
yeah.
Yeah, they always go out there to identify with all these people. So December again around the corner, you listen to him. They have so many things, planning for the young people out there. Yeah. So maybe there are other things that you want to throw light on, so you can just go ahead.
Yeah, and we hope that take this seriously to our people, and to especially to our students who are on our scholarship, because normally I go there and regulate them.
How can you be part of it? They are promoting for you now. How can I be part of this as a scholarship program?
Mm,
And how do you that process like?
The process is like this. For us, what we do, we normally go to the various orphanage home and see these students who are very smart will be recommended. And when you are good with grades, and we know that yes, you are good, but then you don't have the way forward, you don't have that way for one to put you into school. So Twitter can use that medium, vet you. Well, how do we do the vetting? Yes, go back and see your background to know whether you are actually fit for this scholarship, because at times people will come, they can afford, and they will pretend are able to say they don't have money, they don't have income to get to school. So we sweeter do her fast funding to know whether you really deserve
Mhm.
the scholarship, because it's not for people who can afford, it's for people who cannot afford. So we want these people who cannot afford to benefit from the scholarship. So this is how it goes, and we keep moving on gradually. But as time go back, we will even want to extend it to what we are dealing with now. We are dealing with elementary, that is junior high. These are the people we are beginning with. As time go back, we'll reach to the senior high and that of tertiary education. But it's a gradual process.
Okay.
And yes, it's a gradual process. So we have to begin from that before we go up. We cannot just go up like that. So we are beginning gradually from that point.
Why? That's so good, folks. It is Thanksgiving Day, so we yeah, instead of being on Ambassador Romeo, the family from the Suka Charity Foundation, and you listen to him, the way in which they are giving back to the society, not just in Liberia alone, but also in Nigeria. This organization also run there in other parts of Africa. They have this foundation functioning actively, carry on another good work. So today we decided to bring you on to talk about some of their work, also the upcoming event in the month of December, just around the Christmas, and we hope to bring him back here before the program again, so we can talk much about uh, the activities for December. So you can have to stay on the program if you want to participate. I know you have to call and let's say maybe you wanted to visit a community, maybe you want to be part of the scholarship program, maybe you want to be part of the vocational skills training program. They have, come your heart, can you be part of any of the activities? How can you visit your community? If that's from you nine to just place your call to you 777-285961. Add the numbers for you to call 077-285961. 077-285961. So call and ask a question. Yeah, this morning you have your kids. I know you have your brother, your sister, you want to get involved into some of the activities, how can you be part of it? Talk to the Suta Foundation family this morning on the Breakfast Show. A very good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm always good though. Let's hear you go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling for Google district number 2.
Okay. You see from where?
Ah,
People.
You said
district.
you said breaking in. Oh, district 10. Yeah, just go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm considering the scholarship. I don't know, vocational school. Is it 100% scholarship or like could be percentage?
Okay, so so the vocational school, he said that is one next now they already have. Yeah, yeah, they're already planning already. So many, it's already part of what they are planning. Right after the Christmas and New Year celebration 2025, that's the very first thing they're going to launch. All right. Good morning. So all you do this morning, call and start, make some points, get his contact, and also for the elementary school level, some of you have a case you want to place them on a scholarship. You want to ask him some question, or maybe how can it visit your community too? They care about some the community that they reach out to communities where the blacks, yeah, the people in our community with some things, man, they donate. The season is around the corner. I know exactly what this foundation can do. Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Victor, you are too low, though. Very, very low. I want me to teach. Are you getting the sound to your back? Are you getting the sound to the back? It's not good for us. There's a sound. It said, either you switch that monitor off or you just walk for it. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Molly Quincy. I'm calling from Cover Town.
Mhm.
And I was assisting PTH here for a school on the Boulevard called Rika.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to congratulate the brother in there because the states in which we find ourselves in academia, things are very difficult.
Yeah.
They are doing very well. I'm calling him to see whether, because we had our PTA meetings this on Sunday, and majority of our children, the children for the school, they were put out because school fee parents are struggling for the school fee. I want to see whether they can help us to honorize some of the fees for our school on the boulevard called Rika. So let him see whether they can help us at the community on SKD. I mean SF Boulevard Junction going down to Police Academy.
Okay. Okay. All right. He's taking note already. Good morning. You're alive.
Thank you very much. My name is Jerry Wama. I do call from District 4.
Okay, Jerry, let's hear you.
I really appreciate your taking the very, very well course of welcoming. I think the issue real Nigeria to be hard to do that some initiatives that the Bureau of Competition are engaged with. That we can minimize poverty in all educated countries. So I want to appreciate it more. And I don't need a number and also no recommendations today. I need to have enough bench at the on the TV itself. They'll do all the whole furniture.
That's funny about okay. That's funny about going on your boat. Yeah. Obi another branches across muscle. That's funny, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then with that, yeah, small. It's not easy. Yeah, people are very trapping. To really meet up with what they're living out there. They really need help. It's not easy thing. All right, so 0 777 285961 are the numbers for you to call this morning and talk to the studio guests here. And also speak by your radio to also get his number when he leave. Yeah, definitely grab the office number too. All right. In December, so many things will be happening in December. A lot of things will be happening in December for now the end of for the Sugar Charity Foundation. So in December, so many things will be happening. The children party, which I don't know. You guys said why
It's the regular party,
yeah
yeah.
you really packing what 300
Yeah.
to 400 children yeah, also there'll be gifts given to them during the party, the bags, school materials, and will be distributed to the kids in December too. So many things that guys have on hand. Um, so coming on 0 777 other number for you to call 0 777 Maybe what you want to do is not tell us while we don't move us.
Yeah, the first caller, let me begin with the first caller. He asked about as to whether it's a full scholarship that which for the kids, it's a full scholarship. We even go to the point in buying your uniform because we don't want to see the kids and going to school. At the end of the day, you have paid fees and they don't have uniform. So we pay for your uniform. We show that you're in full scholarship for the school being paid, your fees being paid for the school. So it's a full scholarship for the kids. It's very clear about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the
yeah.
brother said we should do some extension that
Mhm.
which we are thinking about. But firstly, we have our plan for the fact that is within Pinsville, the people of Liberia will still benefit because some of the fees of those kids that we are paying is not limited to Pinsville alone. We have other communities we are going to because so where we are now is now a small tax. The country is not up to date. Financial aid is a serious matter, especially for kids in
Okay.
education this time.
Let's hold you there and talk to the caller. Walk away from your monitor, please. Walk away from your sound. Yeah. Can you please walk away from your sound? Not monitor your back. Go ahead.
Thank you for the show. I've been listening, I've been following you.
Okay.
Somebody who really is like that you people talking about. Little child, I really need that for your soul. I don't have much to say to school. There you go. I really want to know how.
What's the main class?
What's the class? Okay. Those are
Okay.
our people. All right.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. So all
I'll
you do,
read.
you have to pick the guy's number. You will see how best to get addressed to you. All right. No, this is the studio line here though.
Listen, yeah.
Okay. All right. So just keep listening to me and ask the office number. All right. So you guys can just take it from there. Yeah. What are they able to come in? But as he said, there's a committee set up
Yeah.
for
Uh,
the
the,
how they give
the,
the
the
scholarship.
scholarship, yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole process,
No process.
right? It's not
Yeah.
that, yeah. Go ahead. Hello. Good morning, sir.
I just don't recognize the program, but I think it's the one solutions. So I want to show because
Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Morning. Yeah, go ahead.
This is me. I'll just come back again. Asking the brother there to drop his number at the end of the show so that we can follow with him because a lot of requests have been made and we want to depend on following up. So we want to see how we can follow up to get these requests that we made. But it's a very, very great thing and we appreciate it and know along the way go we help them.
Okay.
We really want to because our parents they took almost all of their children out and with the PTA it's not easy. So we're working in our direction to see why they can help our kids. As I said, I'm assistant PTA chair for the school.
Okay.
Thank you so much and I'll keep looking for your number so we can do some follow up.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you just 2 or 3 more and we get back to you guys to wrap up right here. Good morning. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Follow.
Hello? No. I cannot go for me. Oh, the background, that sound is not good for us in the studio here. You cannot be by your radio and push record through. It's possible. The feedback is very, very terrible. Very, very terrible. Okay, so, as when you're family on that, so that's very good foundation. Yeah, they basically call us, how can it be part of the children activities in the month of December? The contact number, so maybe the parents can start with contact with you. When will the party or the gathering be taking place? For them, there will be gigs for the kids on
Yeah,
one
there'll
in
be
December. Yes,
kids,
you just go and flow.
especially for our students. We will give them the priority. If there are students who are in school, we have a gift for them. Why it's true that other students will benefit who are not in school too as well, who are not part of our scholarship, will benefit from the gifts. But because December is the month of gifts, what a sweetheart normally does. We December we go to orphanage home and we go to the prison compound. We have a children party for the kids as well. So I can rest assure you the program for December I will be here. I will come back and I will give you the outline. Like I said, the committee is working, and as we are working up things, we will come and give you the full date of the program. For those of you who are listening to the call, the PTA chairperson, yes, if you take my number, I will give you a number. Call me, I will send this number and we see how best we can stretch our hands out there to the less fortunate ones. So the number is, if you buy a radio, you can listen to the number now. 0776 073856. You can call the number 0776 073856. Yeah, another number read 0770 28 67 58. These are 2 numbers you can call. One is the CEO number, one is for the office. That is my number. We control the scholarship process that has to do with the kids. So call is 0776 073856. Call 0770 28 67 58. Thank you. So
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything maybe your partner coming in?
thank you very much for the invite. Today is Thanksgiving Day. So this day I'm so grateful to the Almighty God to be seated on this platform and stretching hands to our kids. Today I will be in similar shoe. So it's all about us, and let us just enjoy the Thanksgiving Day. Tell God thank you that we have seen another life and we are seeing another day. And the 2025 that is coming, that we all have a resolution and we see how best. And our resolution for 2025 as Sweetheart Charity Foundation, our resolution for 2025 is to see about 100 kids in school. 100 kids in school. But we are beginning that process, and our skill center, we're working on that. That is the 2025. So we have a bigger plan, and you can all be member and parcel of Sweetheart Charity Foundation. So I'm grateful for this invite, and I wish that I would come over and over and again.
Yes, definitely. In December, close to the program, we're definitely going to bring you on so you can talk about the
Last one.
yeah.
This one is special to my CEO,
Okay.
my CEO, Ambassador McDonald. Thank God McDonald in request. I just want to use this medium to tell you thank you for all of the hard work you are doing. I know you are listening, but this time there are more kids out there that you need to stretch hands to. So thank you for this opportunity. God will continue to bless you and bless the institution. Thank you very much for the opportunity once again.
Thanks, Ambassador Romeo Family, the coordinator for the Sweetheart Scholarship Program, Sweetheart Foundation here in Liberia or in Africa, indeed, because they are also running the program in other parts of Africa, like Nigeria, indeed. So, say thanks so much, Ambassador Romeo, for stopping by this morning on the Truth Verified Show, folks. Many thanks to the CEO, Sangar, and say congratulations to you and your team for the recognition for the United Nations. Those are very, very big thanks to you people. Well, folks, it is the Truth Verified Show. So, this morning, we have roughly 9 minutes up to 10 o'clock. My name is Samsu. I'm here alongside for Marka on this Thursday edition of the Verified Show. So, yeah, it's Thanksgiving Day, not just an ordinary day, but it is a Thanksgiving Day. So, we're on Romeo for now, the Sweetheart Foundation. You listen to him. So many good things he said he'll be doing in December. A lot of good things the foundation is still doing. Indeed. Let's go for this break. After we'll come back, we will be wrapping up the show this morning.
Boss Susie Wiles, the best. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Susie. Look at it. She's shot. I've never seen her be shot before. Susie. They're great. Everybody up here is great. Everybody up here is very special. But the Trump, who did you say? Oh, let me tell you, we have a new star. A star is born, Elon. Now he is. Now he's an amazing guy. We were sitting together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened to your paint job? He said, we've never made a paint that could withstand that kind of heat. And but I saw it come down and turn around. And it was, you know, it's like 22 stories tall, by the way. It looks a little smaller than that, but it's big. And it came down, and you saw that fire burning. And I'm saying, only Elon can do this. It must be an Elon. And I tell the story. I told it last night. I had a man on the phone. I had the screen muted, no sound. I was talking to a very important man, happens to be here. And that very important guy, one of the most important people in, I would say, the country, actually. But, you know, I was president, and now it looks like I was going to be maybe president again. So I figured I could ask him to hold. So I asked him to hold. And especially because you're going to be president again, they hold. So I took the phone down and I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing this crazy thing that's going around and coming down. It looks like it's going to crash into the gantry. And I said, oh no. And I said, do me a favor, do you mind holding for a couple of minutes? I want to see this. I thought it was a space age movie or something. I put the phone down. Bad part, I didn't pick it up for 45 minutes and he was holding. But this spaceship came down and I saw those engines firing and it looked like it was over, it was going to smash. And then I saw the fire pour out from the left side and it put it straight and it came down so gently and then it wrapped those arms around it and it held it. And just like you hold your baby at night, your little baby. And it was a beautiful thing to see. And I called Elon. I said, Elon, was that you? He said, yes, it was.
Let me sit down. Happy
I said, who else
Thanksgiving
can do
Day.
that?
A very special one to Lavina Board and also to Bishop Board, Pastor Bishop Board, to Victory Center International Ministry here in Deep Road. Actually, we'll be posting up with yes, let me see what my production team, our team can just link up with U.S. President-elect live this morning. See what else has been U.S. President-elect. Someone said Donald Trump is back in the White House. Yeah, so let's post with him.
Vacation. So I called Elon.
The
And I'll tell you what, he had, and it was very dangerous. People would die. They had no communication. All the wires were down. I called Elon Musk. I said, Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right? Yes, I do. What the hell is it? He said, it's a communication system that's very good. I said, Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it? He had that there so fast. It was incredible. So, and it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. But he's a character. He's a special guy. He's a super genius. We have to protect our geniuses. We don't have that many of them. We have to protect our super geniuses. I want to thank some of the guys. You know, we have up here today the U.S. Open champion. He's fantastic golfer, slightly longer than me. It's a little bit longer than me. Just a little bit. Bryson DeChambeau is up here someplace. What happened to Bryson? Where is he? Bryson. Oh, he was shot. He's hitting balls. Oh, he's on the way. He's hitting balls. Bryson. Oh, look at him. He's got a great career going. Great U.S. Open, Bryson. That's a fantastic job. And we also have a man, Dana White, who has done some job. He's a tough guy. So Dana started UFC and came to me, do you mind if I use your, nobody wanted to give him a rinse because they said it's a rough sport, a little rough. And I helped him out a little bit and I went and they said, this is the roughest sport I've ever seen, but I began to like it and he loved it and nobody's done a better job in sports. And you know, he's a very motivational kind of a guy, what he does. He gets these fighters and they really go at it. And it's become one of the most successful sports enterprises anywhere at any time. It's doing so well. I'd like to ask Dana just to say a couple of words because people love to hear from him. Dana, please.
Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family does. This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hardworking man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelt boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, Bustin' with the Boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Tomorrow morning,
And thank you, America. Thank you. Have a good night.
I'll see the Jonah, the CBS again tomorrow morning at 7:30.
That is a piece of work. Now he's really an amazing guy. But most of all, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans across the nation who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. We've been through so much together, and today you showed up in record numbers to deliver a victory like probably like no other. This was something special, and we're gonna pay you back. We're gonna do the best job. We're gonna turn it around. It's got to be turned around. It's got to be turned around fast, and we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do it in every way, with so many ways, but we're gonna do it in every way. This will forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country. So I just want to say that on behalf of this great group of people, these are hard-working people. These are fantastic people, and we can add a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And he's going to help make America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go do it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of America.